Attack on Titan episode 68 was more of a flashback episode, which I really enjoyed. I loved getting to see the stuff that had happened previously leading up to what has now happened in Marley and taking everyone back to the island. It was really cool seeing the motivations, the build-up, and just knowing what happened with the main squad. I loved seeing the people in Marley. I still yearned to see Eren and Armin and Mikasa coming up with their plans and just seeing their side of things. And a lot went down, we got to see a lot of character motivation, new characters, what's going on in both factions and how they're gonna collide and everything. It was super great. Let's get into it. So the first thing is just seeing what the heck happened with those scout ships. We heard about this ever since I think episode 2 of season 4, when Zeke is talking to Reiner and that whole council of Marley people, and they were saying, oh, the scout ships disappeared, When I first read that, I assumed, oh, Eren and Armin and them are destroying all the ships. No, they're way smarter than I am, right? Eren and Armin and Hanji, they are capturing these people or just convincing them to join their side. But the thing about it is, most of these people didn't even need that much convincing because this was actually all a part of their plan. We get to meet Yelena, who we actually had seen in previous episodes, but we got to really get to know who she is and meet her, Onyanka Pond, and other people too, like Niccolo, right? These Marleyan people who have their own reasons for wanting to turn against Marley. So essentially, Zeke's plan has been in motion since 3 years ago. Zeke had sent this letter saying, hey, we're gonna take me, who's a royal Titan, and combine Eren's power, and he's gonna touch me and stuff. They're gonna figure out a way to activate the rumbling, which is honestly terrifying. I have no idea how that's gonna go if they decide to actually activate it. But if they do, I honestly only see bad things happening, right? It's going to be a shield and a sword, and it's gonna be helpful. But like Armin says, the world is going to see them as devils. But Eren has a point in that they already do, and honestly, they're not wrong. We are people who can turn into monsters. They don't need it. No convincing is going to change that. So I can see both sides of things, but pretty much this whole episode, while these things are happening, Armin is narrating what's going on. We find out he's actually talking to Annie, but we'll get into that in a second. He's basically wondering if things could have been different, and ultimately he says Eren made the choice. He was gonna do what he did no matter what. We had to go save him, he was gonna do it anyway. And ultimately, we had to do it, and peace is now officially lost. And that kind of hit me, wow, that's so true. Any hope for peace has now been shattered. No country in this world is going to forgive them for what they did, because all the countries were gathered together, they killed all those people, it's over. It's over. The island now has to fight against the entire world, and I guess to do that, they have to activate the rumbling. Now, what I'm curious about is Zeke. Is Zeke truly betraying Marley? Is he truly on the side of the Eldians, or is he doing this as a double-crossing sort of thing? I think he truly did betray them, right? But the only thing that has me doubting that is he knew what they needed, so he could have used that against them, but also, Yelena's kind of sus. Okay, there's something about Yelena that doesn't sit right with me. She's kind of got this weird smile, and she's always we'll eat at the same dinner table soon. Yelena, you gotta calm down a little bit. I don't know, there's just something about her. Maybe I'm looking into it too far, but I don't really trust her 100%. And she's someone who's so loyal to Zeke that I feel I don't know, there's something going on. And of course, we also got to see Sasha's grave this episode, which hit us so hard. Not only were we seeing Sasha before all this happened, 3 years ago, which was awesome. I'm so glad we got to see that. But we were reminded of her death. A lot of us are trying to move on, but it's so hard because she was so central to the group. Seeing everybody's reaction, seeing the torment that they're feeling. Mikasa, we don't really think of Mikasa as an emotional person, but she totally is, right? She may be this killer who's insane, but she is emotional. And even Sasha, Sasha was close to her. These 6 core scout people, excluding Floch and Levi and Hanji, they're so tight, especially Connie. He said they're like twins, that hit me so hard because you always see them together. And we also got to meet this new character, Niccolo, who really really liked that Sasha enjoyed his cooking. You know, he's even implied that maybe he had like some kind of crush on her maybe. Who knows what their relationship was like, but overall that was really sad to see. Seeing her family come and Nicola was like, hey, I'll cook for you guys, you know. It's like, dude, Marleyans and Eldians can come together. This was sort of a side conversation, but I liked what Onyankopon, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, said to Armin about like, you know, Armin was asking him questions and then Onyankopon talked about God, and he was saying, you know, Armin was like, who's God, you know, and he basically was saying how, you know, God is the one who gave him your power, he's the one who created the people, you know, but then he said, well, that's what some people believe. People should believe what they want, right? And for some reason, you know, Armin's mind was kind of blown, and mine was too. I was like, dude, like, we need to hear this more. You know, there's so many wars and things that go down because, oh, these people don't believe this? Blasphemous, you know, like some people believe this, other people believe there's this God or there's no God or whatever. It's like, why can't we just be like Onyankopon? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. I really like that. And yeah, I'm really, really curious about Annie. You know, Annie has been crystallized since season 1. When's she gonna wake up? You know, we know she's gotta wake up at some point, but when she wakes up, is it going to be to assist Reiner? Like maybe Reiner and them are going to attack the island and then Annie's going to wake up and like join him? Or is she gonna betray Marley? I see Annie as someone who follows her convictions. I think she's going to fight for her family back in Marley and fight with Reiner, which is gonna be sad, but maybe not. Maybe there's gonna be some kind of plot twist, something's gonna go down. Maybe she's had 3 years, or 5 years, right, plus, to think about this. I'm not really sure, but I'm curious how that's gonna go. Also, I gotta say, seeing Eren, seeing him and his resolve, thicken and thicken, and seeing him sort of stray farther and farther from Mikasa and Armin, it makes perfect sense with what went down in season 4. You know, I really, really enjoyed that. The editing with Eren practicing his shooting and then shooting the bullet and then seeing it hit Sasha, that was so well done, you know, because ultimately Eren's choices led to Sasha's death, which is so sad, but so true. So overall, I honestly think Eren probably made the only choice he thought he could make, you know. This is war. No one's on the good side, really. You know, we're all just people. We even got to see at Sasha's grave, like, some of these Eldians are anti-Marley, you know, understandably. But the whole point is we're trying to, like, change that. You know, Eldians are not bad people, but then the Eldians themselves are like, you Marleyan scum! So it's like, you know, I feel like people are just people. That's how it's gonna be. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I'm really curious what's gonna happen next week. I have a feeling maybe we're gonna see more from Gabby and Falco, who are just chilling right now. Gabby still hates Eren. Falco, who knows what's going on, right? I wanna see what goes down with them. And what's gonna happen with the Marleyans? How are they gonna counterattack, you know? They don't have boats anymore or ships, so what's gonna go down there? They're gonna take some airships and go attack Paradise Island? I have no idea, but I'm so curious to find out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the review. Stay tuned for next week for another Attack on Titan review. And a huge shout out to my patrons, especially the Kings of the Tower, the high rankers, the rankers. You guys are all awesome. I wanna give a shout out to the 3 sponsors of the channel, Big Juice, Smap the Slayer Anime, and Syed Masood. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your support. But yeah, guys, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. And with that, I'll see you in my next Attack on Titan review. Take care.